учиться. Поэтому, когда у нее родилась маленькая дочка, то есть
And we are back. Cool hats and consistency here.
Hi.
We have a guest in the house. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Yanni. Thank you for having me.
We just found him on the street. He was just like out there wandering around. It's like, hey, you want to do a podcast? Come on in.
I was like, do I need a mic? I've got one right here.
One of
What are
those
the
new
chances?
age people that chill in front of Home Depot, with a microphone.
Yeah, it's
hoping to do podcast work. We'll do podcast work for food.
I was like,
So we fed him. He bathed him.
Yeah.
exactly. I was on the other side of the illegals, and they were ready to do all of
In
their
the Home
home
Depot
improvement, situation. I had
Millennial
a
workers.
mic. I was very specific for your needs.
Oh, that's great. Well, welcome. Glad you be part of it.
Thank you.
Cut our
Appreciate
lawn
it.
after.
Yeah. It needs to. It might need to be done. But anyway, so because you're the guest,
Yes.
you get to pick.
Hold on, let's talk about our weeks. Don't
Oh,
jump right
well, I
into
want
that.
to.
When was the last time we all
It's
made
been-
a podcast?
it's
When
been-
was the last time Cool Hats and Consistency uploaded a podcast?
About a month ago.
About a month ago.
So
Oh,
we
gosh.
need to recap a whole month.
Okay, yeah. Then Tyler, you know what? You can just jump into
Yeah,
it.
Tyler.
That's good.
So, since the apocalypse happened, we've had a hard time finding electricity. It's been really rough. We finally found a small colony of gerbils that we trained to run on a wheel, and
And it powers our internet.
they're powering our internet right now. Good thing the internet is a series of tubes and not something that the government controls.
Correct.
So that's hard
so it's
because there's like 3 computers
Yeah.
only hooked up together.
Yeah.
That's
right.
the whole internet.
1989 IBMs in the basement of Congress running the entire internet.
Just at Congress.
This is all. This,
This
all
is all
happened to us
true.
in
This
the
is all
last
true.
month.
We've been to a few places. We saw those computers. So it's been difficult. But
Did you mention the dragon?
the dragon, yes, the dragon. There was a dragon who came to our house, and he said he was only going to stay for a night. He needed a little help. We were friends in college with the dragon, but the dragon just wouldn't get off our couch. He was squatting. It was 2-3 weeks. And he started to smell. He wouldn't bathe. We tried to get him in the shower, but he called us racist. So
Because we're racist to dragons.
Yeah.
we're racist to dragons now. We finally got him
Death to
out.
dragons.
We put a line of small
Cocaine.
animals and
Oh.
coated with cocaine.
How did we get
that reminds
in
me
a
of the
bucket
whole-
and just dunk these animals in cocaine and just set them?
By
Hey,
the way,
stay here.
The dragon has a coke addiction.
Honestly, that rubs me the wrong way. You invite him in, you take him to the shower, and he immediately calls you racist. I mean, you didn't have to help him out. You could just left him outside.
You stay
didn't even
outside,
wanna do the
buddy.
We finally got
podcast.
him out the door, and as everyone knows, dragons don't know how to work doors. So
He's still out there.
so we're still out there outside picketing and rioting.
It's been a crazy month.
Mr. Krabs is in there.
That's terrible.
It's been rough. That's why we couldn't make a podcast during that time.
Yeah.
We were housing
Yeah.
a
We were
dragon
very
We were dealing with
preoccupied.
a coke addicted dragon.
after solving the internet problem.
Speaking of
Let's
dragons,
get the levels right. Oh, the dragon
On the
again. Oh,
Guys,
man.
podcast isn't going to happen this week. Sorry. But like for real,
Game of Thrones.
it's been so long that Game of Thrones went and came back. No, wait, that might have been a little bit too long.
No, but like the first episode was
First episode
last
happened.
week. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Spoilers.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Brooke hasn't seen Game of Thrones.
You're gonna need to.
I know I need to.
You
but-
might want to just, at this point, since there's 8 episodes this season and 6 more next season?
Yeah, they're doing half seasons and they're splitting it up just so people don't complain too much. I feel like.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it because there's too big of a gap in between the seasons?
Yeah, that's what
Maybe.
they said, and then on top of that, it was also the fact that like when it's just done in a year, people are really unsatisfied with that. So
Sure.
split it up, make it a 2-year affair.
Well,
and everyone's
technically,
happy, so.
this is 8 episodes, which is only 2 less weeks than last season, and yet we're starting about 2 months later than every previous season. Usually we'd start in the spring,
Oh.
like late
You know
spring.
what? But it's one of those things where sometimes you need that. They need that extra time. I know they put more effort into the production of the show than Russia, and it sucks.
And they probably needed more
Yeah,
time to write
that's
too,
true,
since
too.
these aren't with the book.
Yeah, that's not with the books at all. This is totally off the cusp of what the writers of the show are like.
Yeah.
We're pulling this shit out of our ass. This is it's just off the seat of our pants kind of thing. So
That's what it seems like from time to time. Some of the episodes are longer this season too, which is cool.
that's neat.
Yeah. So Game of Thrones came back. Actual things that happened. Oh God, remembering, not jokes. Nothing important happened.
Let's see, the lake.
We went to a lake one time.
To the lake. That was fun. We've gamed a lot. It's been fun to actually get to play with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You and your brother?
Overwatch is big right
We
now.
Oh, yeah.
We remembered that you lived in town.
Yeah,
And
know that guy
and
we know?
also have
I'm
the
a
internet.
person. Yeah, I'm connected to the series of tubes, aforementioned series of tubes.
He's the fourth computer that's
Yeah.
just somewhere out
In
there.
1989.
And then the fifth one, there's
IBM.
only 5 total. The
There's
fifth
only
one is away in Utah. So
yeah, that's right.
that's great.
I don't know if you guys know this because you're not accessing on the internet. You're listening to it on ham radio. But the internet is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got anything you want to add?
Shit. No.
You've been working out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, literally, my life has literally just been wake up,
Drank.
go to work, drink,
You're,
go to the
you're
gym,
drinking and working.
drink.
You don't work out at the gym. You're just drinking. Sir, you need to leave. No, I don't.
Hey, these curls don't have the beer holders I need
You're like
to put to my
throwing
mouth.
Puking.
That was
I'll
a
clean
really
it up
dumb
when I'm
joke.
dead.
And then other than that, moving Sarah from apartment to apartment. I mean, girlfriend, not.
Is she
name.
still here?
No, she went home to her apartment to unpack. I'm a bad boyfriend. I chose podcast life over.
Well, you can
moving
go over
on.
there later.
No, she took my car.
She stole your car. Oh, I guess you're not going there.
Nah, which is fine. I don't like moving. Sorry, Sarah.
Does she?
don't think anyone
Does
does.
she have roommates?
Yeah, she's got one roommate. And
Was it the
possibly
same roommate?
No, different one.
He's very loud and sexual.
No,
He
not at
wears
all.
white hats.
That's you.
But
Well, that's cool.
I don't know. Yeah, last month has actually been pretty boring on my end, but
It's been a lazy.
It's been raining a
summer.
lot.
Yeah.
it's been raining
My
a lot.
God, it's been raining
no,
so-
actually, I take that back. I did take a trip up to Chicago and Milwaukee, and that was a lot of fun. I got to go hang out with my best friend and his fiance, another good friend.
You got
And
to
then
you get to
with-
tour the factory too, or the
No,
brewery.
we cut that out. So the trip was go up to Chicago, hang out. Then we went to a Brewers game in Milwaukee, which was a lot of fun. If you guys like beer, they have like an entire like concession stand dedicated to like 30 different craft brews. It's amazing.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We were gonna go to the Miller Brewery, but we cut that out because we wanted to tailgate. 'Cause
Yeah, tailgating's better.
tailgating was way better, considering that was our food source. It was
Yeah.
either eat at tailgate or pay way more money inside
Yeah.
the stadium to eat. And we were like, well, we already have the food.
Might as
we
well.
have all the beer.
Might as well tailgate.
But the only downside of not going to the brewery was we didn't get to walk around for 50 minutes to get 3 free beers at the end.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. They just
We
give
did
you
that
3
when we were
toll.
in-
Like, it was
Oh,
when
awesome.
we were in
go.
Colorado,
That's
we
Coors?
the
Yeah.
Coors one. Yeah.
Well, Coors
Well,
and Miller are,
I drank because I was legally a one, but
but Coors and Miller are now the same company. So it's
That's awesome.
It's Coors Miller.
I didn't know that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that either.
That's weird.
I think Coors acquired Miller.
You
That's
think that would
crazy.
be? I mean, I'm sure it's bigger news, but you think we would have heard of it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But
It's like,
Under
it's like
the
a
wire.
monopoly of beer
beer.
making.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they probably want
They
to
have
keep it
to-
quiet for a while.
They
right?
have to get
Like-
on that. They're like, well, we have to take out Anheuser-Busch somehow. Let's join forces.
Everything's fine.
They're like,
Your
all right.
beer is fine.
We're gonna name it. We're gonna name it Miller Coors. No.
No one will notice.
No. We're gonna name it Coors
Anheuser-Miller.
Miller. They have a fight over how the name gets made.
We just grabbed the cans like this doesn't look right. It's like
But,
just like wrote it on there.
But yeah,
That's cool, man.
But then we went back to Chicago, had a great time. It was just,
Yeah.
it's a blast. And then came back here.
Back to the
and-
wet old Indiana.
Yeah.
Wet old Indiana.
Oh god.
Wet old, dry, cold, hot,
Serious
windy,
humidity.
serious humidity, not that dry out.
It's always winter.
It's every season in an hour.
Yeah.
Oh God, I know.
I
It's
love
raining
it.
right now. Or it
Yeah.
was.
It was. Now
I
it's
had
sunny
a
out.
little bit of a situation with the humidity.
Oh,
Speaking
same.
of,
I
yeah.
hate it.
it was
How long
really
have you
bad.
been back in Indy?
I've been back in Indy for about 2 years now. August 5th actually is when we moved out in 2015. So, been living there for a while. And then, gosh, I started my job and moved in the same weekend.
My
so,
God.
yeah, it's annoying.
That's awful.
I know
It was
about that.
really
That's-
bad. Yeah.
Where'd you move?
Other people have done
Utah,
that.
right?
Utah?
Yeah,
Okay.
we lived in Utah for a little bit.
Are you Mormon now?
No,
Oh.
and I wasn't then.
His
either.
brother is.
His brother's been transformed.
Yeah, he really just took hold of that culture.
Did he really?
and ran with it.
No, he
No,
didn't.
absolutely not.
He goes to
Shape
the
of?
No.
he goes to the University of Utah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, he's
Speaking of
doing
which,
a good
Mormons
job.
are totally fine.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like the
no.
nicest people I've ever met.
Well,
I
and
didn't want
that's
someone to hear that.
literally
Be like,
how
"What?"
We have
this
a huge
conversation
Mormon following
always
on our
goes.
podcast.
They're the
90%.
Shout out to all Mormons out there.
What did they say? Get out the podcast.
No, like that's literally how every conversation goes. It's like we hate Mormons, something bad about Mormons, but seriously though, they're the nicest people I've ever. It's really true though. They're all really nice.
My only experience with Mormons is Jimmer Fredette, so it's the only one that I know.
Right.
Is that the BYU quarterback?
No, the basketball
shooter.
player, the point guard.
Oh.
He plays in China now.
Oh, that
He's
seems
spreading the Mormon-
very unlike
The Mormon faith.
That's a very unlike Mormon
that
thing
weird?
to do. Yeah, that's weird, but good for him.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't make
Really
it in the NBA. They got cut from
Which is
rosters.
weird because
Yeah.
he was phenomenal.
He was a
in
10th pick
college.
in the draft,
Yeah.
2010 draft. Yeah.
He was lights out. Anyways,
So
Hold on.
okay,
Hold on. Speaking of podcast delays, including dragons and rain, humidity, Yanni, you said when you showed up, you had a story of why we couldn't record it earlier this week. Would you
Yes.
like to share that story real quick?
Well, yeah, it actually ties into the humidity, and it's not so much interesting as it is just rage-inducing. It was terrible. I was getting ready to come over for the podcast. These guys wanted to do it on Thursday. Went over to Kroger. I was like, okay, I'll pick up a couple of brews before we go over. In the Kroger parking lot, car's fine, turned it off, go in, come out, car won't start. I checked my lights. Lights weren't on. There's no reason the battery should be dead, but it is. And so the wheel feels like it's locked up. So I'm sitting there sweating in like 90-degree weather.
Oh, my.
Just going left and right with the wheel. Cause like, you go on Google and it's like, sometimes the car locks up. So,
Gotta turn
just
this.
Yeah.
just go like this and jiggle your key. And so I'm like, I look like just, I don't even know how to describe it.
Like a
I look
maniac.
like a child. Yeah, I'm just just like twisting the key, turning the wheel. There's guys coming up to me like, you need to jump, man. And I'm like, I don't think it's the battery. You can try. And so a couple people try to help me jump. Battery doesn't do anything. And so I'm sitting there, call this tow truck guy, I assume I need to get to a mechanic or something like that.
a car doctor.
A
yeah.
car doctor to fix
One of
something.
them
sorts.
people.
Yeah, one of them people that work on cars. The tow truck guy comes in, and of course, he tries to diagnose my problem. He's a mechanic in training. He wants to help me out. So he comes on over and he says, "Bro, I think your battery's dead." And I don't know if you guys know this, but tow trucks have this mammoth battery, as you need to have because you're towing, semis, anything that goes. He hooks it up to this thing. Within 3 minutes, my car is started. The thing is fully charged, ready to go. Drive home, whatever. Next day, battery's dead again. The humidity basically killed my battery ahead of schedule. I thought I had
Sapped
another
it.
year on this
Yeah.
thing, but it's
You had to
it's
buy a new
out.
battery?
I had to buy a new battery. But the funniest part about the whole ordeal is my car won't move, so I can't take it to a place to have them install it. I'm going to install my own battery. I was telling Tyler yesterday that the nut on the adapter to the negative port on the battery fell off when I was trying to unscrew it and went down into the engine block. So I was like, okay, it's down there. I'm
not getting that back.
I know, exactly. I try to find another nut, and I have gloves on because, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to get shocked or something like that. Of course you're not, but whatever.
Huge issue with cars.
Yeah, exactly. You
Shock
might get
at any
shocked.
moment.
It's scary. Try to screw that one on. That falls down too. I'm
You're
I'm
over
sans two nuts. So that's down there. And basically I have to go through the whole ordeal, get more nuts, get more bolts, get a battery going. All said and done, it's installed, it's ready to go, but it was a bitch to get working.
Oh,
Let
my.
me tell you. Yeah.
Didn't you steal a nut from a table too?
Yes.
And then you're like, oh shit, this doesn't fit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So my girlfriend Stephanie, she's like trying to help me out with nuts and pointing things out. And she's like, okay, we've got this ball on the bottom of that side table that doesn't do anything. It's just for aesthetic purposes. We don't need that. So I go down there, unscrew that. I'm like, this looks like about the size. Try to screw it on. It doesn't fit. I'm tilted at this point. So. Yeah, so basically I had to go and get another one and jam it on there. And so now it's secured and hooked up. Everything's fine. But, man, just don't try to do anything yourself. You know, I'm good with computers, not cars. So, yeah.
I'm just imagining you.
So the
like,
lesson learned is
hammering
don't
on.
ever try. He's hammering it with the ass end of a screwdriver.
He's like, why would the nut go on?
Exactly. I'm sitting here like a monkey, both hands. Like, why isn't this working? Just slamming at my car.
Your girlfriend's like looking out the window, like, what in God's name is he doing out there?
She's like, that's my man. That's my man.
He's working.
hurling your feces like other cars in the parking
Exactly.
Screaming like
exactly.
Donkey Kong.
They don't know what's happening. Yeah.
lot. What is that guy doing out there? That sucks, man.
No, it shouldn't have been as hard as it was, but it was.
Yeah, you made it way
I made it
harder.
way worse than it
God,
was.
that's awesome.
But like I said, I can fix your computer. I don't want to sell myself short, but I can't do anything with cars. Man. Don't.
When I
limit
was
your
in
car.
Vegas, that happened to me. My car battery died.
right?
I
Because
had-
of the Vegas heat anyway, right?
Yeah, it zapped it
Yeah.
earlier than it was supposed to, and I didn't have anybody to like drive me over there, so I had to take an Uber to the like an auto parts store to get the new bolts, new battery, and everything. I put it, and he waited outside. I put everything in his trunk, and then he drove me
Right.
back home. And then I installed it. My car was fine, but like, I was
Yeah.
like, such a pain in the butt to try to like reinstall that stuff. So
Exactly,
I've
and I
been through that
I
stuff.
think the hardest part is just the back and forth that you have to do. It's like, so now I need this, I need that. The car is dead. I usually drive my car, so I need to find someone else's. Where am I going? Like it's like
Yep.
it's like a 50-step process. You know, it's what it is though. You take-
Well, we're glad you're here. Welcome.
absolutely.
Glad
I
your
made
car's
it.
fine.
Yeah, totally.
Now we can.
Did you
focus
drink
on
the beers?
Ooh, that's
forgot the beers.
I forgot the beers. So Tyler gave me a list of things that I need, including pants. So I made sure I brought the pants as well. And then the one thing I forgot was the beer, and I was like, oh no, it's fine.
So you were pantsless in this parking lot.
Yes, I was. I
People like,
forgot
hey,
Sir.
the
man,
beers.
you need a jump, man.
Yeah, you need
wink,
a jump,
wink,
man.
wink.
It's like I don't
Out behind the Kroger.
I don't want that kind of jump.
I was gonna say marsh, but the marshes don't exist anymore. So
Yeah.
Gosh.
Red
Did they?
Marsh.
I mean, they sold them. They closed a lot of them.
there's one up.
Did they close all
I
of them?
passed one yesterday. I don't know if they're all closed. I passed one yesterday, and it's just an empty parking lot. And they took the sign down, but you can still see like the outline of the letters.
They don't paint
It's
behind
It's
the
so
letters.
depressing.
It's sad.
Yeah, and what's interesting
Urban
is
Decay.
Stephanie used to work at Marsh, so she has a little bit of insider information.
Oh, yeah?
They're actually getting bought. Here's the scoop on local
Here's the
Midwest
scoop.
grocery situations.
Buy your stocks now.
No, basically, they're getting bought out and they're going to be renamed. So there's
Oh.
going to be someone to fight Kroger in this sort of like
Kroger
see
doesn't-
that many
monopoly
Kroger
and-
stores.
right? So it's
The one up north on 116th and 37. You know the one that's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
A
square.
really nice one. That's
Kroger-
on
The
116.
Kroger.
The Kroger
That's
bought.
Yeah, I love that Kroger.
Yeah, they bought. They just closed that one down too.
That Kroger? They just redid it.
What's wrong?
Talking on the mic.
I can hear
What
them.
was- yeah, I couldn't hear myself.
They just redid it.
Yeah, the
because
one,
they were
the
they,
one on
I-
116th in Cumberland, over across from the LA Fitness.
No,
No,
Or am I thinking?
that is an actual Kroger. He's thinking of the 146.
that's 146.
Oh,
Sorry,
the
Yeah, yeah.
Marsh.
The Marsh.
The
Yeah.
Marsh, yeah,
They
yeah.
just
The
closed
hub
that
with
one
the
down. They
wings.
closed that one down.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't look like it did bad. I don't understand why they're closing, other than it's being bought out. So that's why they're
Probably.
getting rid of all the inventory. I went in there and bought a bunch of stuff that was going,
I missed
super
out.
cheap.
That was a
missed
lot of
out on
fun.
all that.
I did one of those when they first started announcing that, but there was so much going on and everything was on such sale that I couldn't actually think of what I needed or wanted to
need
buy.
these
so
tampons.
I ended up buying like, we get tampons, and I'm like, I don't even need these.
I don't need
So I threw them away.
So-
But it was such a great
You
deal.
hucked them across the store.
yeah.
I
don't need these.
I bought pumpkin flavored Eggos, and I'm like, well, I never buy Eggos, so might as well.
I'm gonna
Was
treat
that the
myself.
only? Was
Like all this meat was like 75% off. I'm like, oh, I could buy all this meat. Better not though. But Eggos, chocolate milk.
you bought that? You bought that green? What was that? That
Oh, you
green,
did buy the green milk.
The green.
Oh,
milk?
I bought like shamrock mint milk, about mint flavored
It was
milk.
like mint chocolate chip.
and I was
milk
like,
or something
oh
like that.
no, it was just mint.
Ugh.
It was like dairy. I was like, ooh, refreshing. And then you're like halfway down the glass, like disgusting.
I don't ever want to.
This is like drinking toothpaste.
No wonder this didn't sell.
There's a whole shelf of them. Like, wow, I buy this. This is great.
And it's
That's so disgusting.
It's terrible because they're still like you're having this closeout sale, but the workers still technically, I guess you want money even if you're about to lose your job, so you're still working. But the cashiers are just like, whatever, fuck you. They can't fire me at this point.
Yeah,
Have a terrible day, motherfucker.
with your gross mint milk.
I just remember everyone buying like everything that was alcohol for $1.
Well,
It
the
was-
ones that I went to were not. They didn't have the alcohol on sale.
Yeah,
I remember like seeing people like Snap or tweet or whatever. They're like,
I went to the wrong clothing.
Just bought like 5 bottles of wine for a nickel, and I'm like, God
What kind of sale is that?
I don't know.
Nickel
Wasn't-
wine
it
here.
wasn't really
That's
nickel,
a depressing
but like,
sale. The
but like
entire
but like,
ordeal
it was a-
depressing
yeah.
too. Yeah, because you'll go into like one of these marshes that are closing, and I mean, I'm reminded, and this is a nerdy thing to say, but I don't really care. It's sort of like Fallout. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like where half of the aisles are like closed out or whatever, and there's lights flashing, and you're going in. And I'm like, where?
You're making sure there aren't
There's a raider
raiders
in the
there.
back with an
Where's
axe.
the raider? Where's the
Don't you
ghouls?
took that? That's my cat food.
Hold on. Why would the lights just be flickering because there's no more inventory?
Here's the thing,
You
though.
know what?
There is a
We're running out
direct
of electricity.
correlation with the amount of inventory and the amount of lights working in every establishment.
Don't go in
because
that aisle.
There's no food
Don't
in that
go
aisle. Just shut the light off right there.
Yeah, there's-
just that one.
But only kind of shut it off.
That's sort of what it is.
50% of the time. Bert, go stand in the back and flicker that light. Save
There's just
electricity.
like a level of neglect that just starts going down and down as these places start closing. You lose inventory, you lose lights.
That's
It's
amazing.
just how it goes.
People get lost in these stores and you never see them again. God.
Yanni went to buy food at that marsh and
We haven't
we
seen
never
him yet.
saw him again.
Okay, let's check the back.
You're driving past it the next day. You see his head on a spike outside. Damn, marsh raiders got him again.
Not now, Mom.
Mom's calling.
No.
Mom, we're talking
no,
about
no,
raiders.
no.
No, mama.
All right.
Well, now that we're at, what,
22
minutes.
Oh man.
That's good, though.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break.
You want to take an early break?
We'll
Yeah.
take an early break. We'll come back and we'll introduce the topic.
Hell yeah, boy.
And we're back from break. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
I am so
Got you some
refreshed.
beers?
No, I'm staying sober right now.
Well, they have beers.
I know. But they do have beers.
We
And I bet
found
they're
them.
delicious beers. They found them in the
Found
grass.
them in the grass.
They grow up like daisies. This is a ripe one.
Indiana's a weird state, okay? We grow beer in the grass. And it's
But we
always
can't
raining.
buy it on Sundays.
Yeah.
So we had to find it in the grass.
That's a good conversation. We were talking about that. earlier.
Everyone's digging up their yards because they're hoping the guy that owned the house before them buried some beer somewhere.
They have just buried the cap and then it grows the tree, right?
Yep.
That's what I
the beer
thought.
tree.
Beer tree.
All right. Topic time, Mr. Yanni.
Ooh, so
hear
they inform me that because I'm the guest, I get to pick the topic. Something that I've been thinking about recently is just internet culture in general. It's such a big part of our lives now, whether you're on Facebook, Reddit, 9gag. I mean, everyone has opinions of which communities suck,
Six weird
which
people that are on 9gag.
Exactly. I only mention it because a lot of us consider them to be, not as, intelligent as other communities. And I'm just wondering where these communities came from.
The hipsters that use chive.
Right. All those different things. There are a lot of different aspects to internet culture, and it's a big part of our lives. So I just want to break that down, figure out where it's going,
Yep.
what it's going to do to us, why it's a thing.
To
Let's talk.
me,
I don't know.
it's I have to remove myself from it a lot of the time because I think
Absolutely.
it can be extremely toxic, negative, rude environment where people are just mean for no reason. Like, there's good to it. There's a lot of good to it, and it can be used in a positive way. But I try to each day I compartmentalize how much I'm getting because it can be very, very negative.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
it kind of brings you down mentally.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the positives that it's done is sort of get people out of their shell. You know, some
Yeah,
people
they have an
who-
avenue now.
Right, exactly. Like the people who, need a little bit of help socially, they get that through the internet. You know, they can get their groups together, talk
yeah.
to people that have like-minded ideas, and that's great and everything, but like you said, there's that toxicity that you got to avoid. So it's rough.
2 words that I hate about internet culture: toxic and meme.
Because everyone
I
says
hate
it.
those
Yeah,
words. So like,
I get what you're
if
saying.
you meet
Yeah.
a girl in your life, listener, and you are a girl, maybe you've met another girl,
Maybe.
but you probably heard the word moist, and every girl in the whole world will look at you and say, "Ew, don't say moist.
That's just the worst word.
This is cake. This
But
cake is so
in-
moist." And she's like, "No, don't."
Yeah.
For me, it's toxic because it's like, but
But here's the
why
thing.
are you using and then meme? Like,
I want
what?
to talk. I want
a
to talk
toxic
about
meme?
moist though, because I saw this.
Internet culture has controlled
is-
the word moist.
Right, because when did moist become a problem? It started, I feel like, I read it on a page somewhere, and everyone was like, say the word moist to yourself. Doesn't it sound awful? And then I was like, it does. You're right, internet. Moist is awful. That's the worst word I've ever heard.
I'm
And
so offended.
Yeah, I'm offended by this word moist. So is that in of itself something that the internet started? I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
we all hate moist. Who knows?
If you've heard the term circle jerk,
That's
not,
what it is.
Not because there's a whole bunch of dudes jerking themselves off in a
Right.
circle,
Yeah.
but because
What a segue.
everyone. Let's talk about
Carry
porn.
on.
No.
Come on.
I'm
Because
curious.
internet culture, the weird thing I hate most, I think, more than toxicity and memes, is the propensity for people to take one thought and perpetuate it over and over, beating a dead
Absolutely.
horse until everyone believes it. And if you don't believe it,
You're
just
wrong.
weird. So the biggest thing that I've seen is people taking an idea like, stepping on a Lego is more than getting stabbed. It just hurts so much. Or
I
the
totally
word-
agree to that.
I agree. Let's make 1,000 different pictures
when
about
I
that
was
and
4,
jokes.
I stepped on a Lego. It
Do you-
killed my
do you
father.
Hate, do you hate memes in general, or like?
No, I mean,
or
it's just that
just-
thought process of everyone's like, "Haha, yeah, that's the joke. Let's say it again and
Like the
again and
ones that-
again and
the
again and
ones that
again and
say-
again and again.
The ones that say like, when you do this, then this happens. Like it's
Yeah.
a picture of you
Yeah.
doing
Right.
something, and this is when, or like someone puking like that.
Nobody called me
When
on
you
my
see-
birthday. Feel bad, man.
Exactly.
Here's a picture of a frog that looks sad. What?
Well, and what's so funny is that it's literally isolated what a joke is. Okay,
Yeah.
you got your setup, you got your punchline, right? And usually a joke takes a little bit of wit, it takes intelligence. You got to go through it. But now we boiled it down to, remember this thing that you looked at 3 months ago, and you've now like understood that the frog is funny, and then you
Yeah.
did the thing with the frog, and then you're like, oh, it's funny. That's my punchline.
Yeah.
It's literally like you've taken all of the wit and all of the like structure out of joke, and you've just boiled it down to a couple pictures.
So what's the
awful.
answer? What's the answer
The answer. What was the
to
question?
get away from it? To get away from this?
What do we
Can't.
do?
Yeah,
Oh,
as a
gosh.
society.
As a-
How do we get away from the
As
stupidity?
the internet is
It's
controlled-
plummeting.
It's
Take away internet access to anyone that uploads.
Take it away.
So
You've been
dictatorship,
banned from the internet.
IQ blocks for anyone on the internet. You got to be 100 or above. That's just the standard.
It should be like a
But that's-
driving test.
But I think that's also what drives the internet is like just dumb people.
It's
and
true.
I love dumb people.
the dumb
because
people are the
it's-
ones that are willing to speak up and say dumb things.
and then make you
Because they don't
just,
have
like,
that filter.
feel smart. Like you're just like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not that dumb.
that's not me.
Like when we game and like Overwatch and stuff, the people that like sit there, they'll type out
go,
really, or they'll scream and be very negative. I don't ever do that. I just like sit back and watch it, just people just
Sure.
be the way they
I'm
are.
part of that toxic culture.
Yeah.
And I'll
But I
admit,
feel
I'll,
like-
I'll type stuff out.
But I feel like I'm witty
I just
when
watch
I say
you guys.
stuff.
And I'm like, yep, I totally agree, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Nope, exactly.
And I know going into it, I'm not 100% serious at all when I type shit on the internet.
Right.
But I know that there are people out there that are like, my dad can beat you up.
My dad
You
works at
suck at this
Nintendo.
game.
But it's not a 13-year-old kid though. It's a 40-year-old man.
It's a range.
Yeah.
It's a range.
There's a range here.
I have a job and wife and 2 kids. My dad will beat you up. He works at Nintendo.
I'm gonna ban you from the internet.
All those thoughts all in one sentence are just so weird.
And you're like, whoa.
Because
whoa.
he works at Nintendo, he'll beat you up. got nothing to do with banning you or anything like
So
that.
this hypothetical person that works at Nintendo, he's got a laundry list of shit to do. His
God,
to-do list,
his
I
dad's
gotta
really
beat up
old, too.
this kid. I gotta give you a free game. I've gotta like make sure that someone in PS4 gives you a free game. Like my dad works at Nintendo. He'll get you, you know, Kingdom Hearts for free. Like, how does that work?
Hey, don't worry. Listen to me, my dad.
My dad.
How does this,
My
this
dad told me.
Nintendo dad? How does he have the time to go to work ever? I mean, he's got to be so
He's got to
busy.
deal with his
gosh.
son, who just abuses his privileges. I gotta help my son on the internet again.
Oh man, we are painting a picture here. He's sitting at his dining room table. He's got 5 cigarettes in his mouth. He's just writing down all the things he has to do.
Why won't this kill me?
I like
They
to
talk
think.
to me on the
Son,
internet.
you gotta quit using my name on the internet. Too many people know that I work in Nintendo.
I like to think that there's a department of dads at Nintendo. It's just the dad department. So as soon as your dad gets mentioned, he's automatically got promoted to this department where he has to
perfect.
help
Yeah.
everyone.
Is
He
it a
loses his
promotion?
real job.
Or is it a demotion?
He
Relegated.
loses his real job where he's like a webpage designer for Nintendo.
He's making Super Smash Bros. 19, way ahead of 5.
And now he has
gosh.
to go and
Yeah.
make sure that all these kids get free shit from Nintendo.
God damn it!
So it's like that Willy Wonka scene where like all the women are like tearing apart like the chocolate bars to look for
Yes.
the golden ticket, but just
They're
dads in
computers.
suits.
Yes.
And you've got like a variety of them, and they're just like writing things down and giving
Ugh.
people games and shipping them. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, no,
that's
that's what
awful.
That's real life.
That's real.
That's what
that
really
department
happened.
That
exists.
actually
Have
happened.
any of you ever used that line? Like,
No.
you ever used that? My dad does.
Not
the-
unironically.
No.
No, like as a kid.
Oh, I
No.
never once said that. I can't. At
In
least,
what-
at least in a serious scenario,
We
I
were-
can never think
we
of
We
a
grew up
time.
in an area where your
an area.
real access era, an era where our access to the internet was pretty much limited to like AIM, chat rooms,
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
even with friends.
But you got to choose. Yeah, you
But
got
what
to
about-
choose
You
the
didn't
friends
go
that
on
you
message
want on
boards.
there.
But what
You
about
weren't
Halo?
insane
What
or a
about, so
pedophile.
Halo and Xbox Live were when we were still relatively young when that all came out.
Yeah.
So you could have used an excuse. Like, my dad works at Microsoft. I'm gonna
No.
get you banned.
I
Oh
re-
God, I better calm down.
I didn't ever, but I remember hearing people like, "I've got your IP address. You're expect a letter in the mail about you going to jail."
Yeah. And then like it would be like, so
I'm
what's
like-
my IP address? And they'd type 198.1.
192.168.0.1.
Right, yeah, something
I
like
was
that.
like, yeah, that's the submask.
That's a submask for
everyone's.
everyone. And then you look at it, and if you didn't know, you'd be like,
Oh, he
I'm in
knows.
serious trouble.
He knows.
and then
I'm scared.
the next day you're being arrested. So
Yeah, exactly. So
I called the FBI on your IP address. I told him you got bombs. Wow, this is Halo. Calm the fuck down.
yeah.
I'm sorry I took the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Secretly in the back
sorry.
of your head, like, what an idiot. But you're in the back of your like, God, I really hope the FBI doesn't show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
where are the
suck.
bombs?
There's a part of it.
You're immediately arrested.
No, but, I see a lot of the toxicity of the internet. Mainly.
Toxicity. Sorry, I had
No,
to.
great song.
Of the internet.
I see it mostly on Facebook.
I see it on Instagram.
Why are you on
a
Facebook?
lot?
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook because I keep getting notifications.
I didn't
that
know you were
open up
over
my app.
70.
I don't
married.
post on Facebook.
You just look on it. I've gone through the
I'm-
whole phase of
yeah.
like, you know, I'm done with Facebook and all that stuff, and it's sad that like I'm proud to tell people that too. Like
I will say
I'm
that I'm
about
the
to
same
delete
way.
my Facebook account. You know,
I
it's
stopped
like-
using mine about 4.5 years ago.
Right.
And people always, I'll see people like, for example, I went to stock the bar party for my friend that's getting married. She had a bunch of people come over that I hadn't seen since like high school, basically. And I got to chat with them for a little while, and they're like, "Oh, I saw this on Facebook, or I messaged you on Facebook." I'm like,
Didn't see it.
"I didn't see it because I don't use it. Like, I don't
Right.
Gotcha.
like what do you mean to say? Like, oh, my bad. Like, my
Yeah.
my page still exists, but I
Right.
just don't get on. See,
And
I don't even know my
that's the
login
same thing.
information.
Yeah, you don't know your login information. My page is still up there because it's like, and it's weird. It's almost like you want to feel like you exist in the format that like everyone else does,
Yeah.
but I don't want to
We're all
listen to all
sheep.
your
I don't.
stuff. Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly. yeah.
I don't post anything. I don't
Right.
go out my way to look up stuff. I literally just get on, hit the notification thing. Oh, it's it's so and so's birthday.
Yeah.
Tight. Okay, done.
Tight. I'm
Yeah.
If
so
someone
Yeah.
like
tight.
posts, if someone posts me in a picture, then that gives them like a reason to tag or whatever.
Exactly,
I have
yeah.
like pictures on there that's 90% of the reason why I still have my Facebook
Yeah.
is because I don't want to have to go and download and save all the pictures that I actually like and
That's
want
true.
to look at.
Oh, that's right.
And then the other 10% is whose birthday is it? And
It's all about birthdays.
That's it.
yeah.
I
Because
mean-
I'm not gonna remember people's birthdays. Who has
Well,
time?
if
I'm not
Facebook
gonna
devolved into just birthday keeper, okay.
That's all I use it for. But
Why do
but
people
like
feel
sometimes
like
I do go through like the
birthday book?
homepage and I see
Right.
people like, especially during the election. Holy shit!
The amount of birthdays.
But
That
there's,
was
but there's still,
Birthdays
and it's
during the
because it's all of
election
us millennials, and I only know to the right. I mean, I'm not gonna get political or anything.
Oh
but,
yeah, sure.
But holy shit, was
It's
there
just an-
negativity?
Yeah, it's
There's
just,
a
people
ton.
just, it's an avenue of
Holy
people just
shit.
start. Let's scream. You listen to my opinion because I'm loud. Look at me. Look at me.
And then they have to find the one picture. It's like, look how you can tell this is a Trump supporter versus this is a Hillary supporter. And I'm like, I could go find the exact same picture, but just reverse the labels.
Yeah, and that's how it is. And so what we
Like-
basically boiled this down to is we want Facebook to just be an information keeper. My parents are old enough that they have the old Rolodex of A through Z.
No way.
Yeah.
You know, like oh, totally.
That's awesome.
They do, and it has literally on the information tab for each person is birthday, you know, where they're currently at, where they live, phone number, that sort of thing. And so what we would like is okay,
An
take away
easier
the
access.
news, yeah, like give me
Facebook Rolodex.
the Facebook Rolodex.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we use it as. Birthday. I've got a few pictures of people that I know.
If
That's it.
if I
If I need
absolutely
something-
need to get in contact with
So
someone,
Mark Zuckerberg
Right.
needs to design a simplistic, more basic version of
Facebook,
Facebook.
Lite.
yeah. I
Mic
love
drop, done. It's literally
that's it.
just
See
like
you
we're
guys.
done. Yeah, you
if
can
he did that, I would 100% sign up for that, and that's it.
Absolutely.
Because there are also some apps that I have to use Facebook for. They're like, do you want to sign up with your email or Facebook? Well, I already have Facebook. Hit the Facebook button. Oh, now I'm already logged in.
so
Don't
they
have to
can
do
take all your
Absolutely.
personal information.
But I
it. Is the graffiti wall
I
still a
don't really
thing?
care. No, I forgot about that.
I still.
God.
That's
or
what I,
Mafia Wars.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
the
man.
graffiti wall.
The
Good
text adventure.
callback.
I guess. That's how infrequently I've been on Facebook.
Jesus
gosh,
Christ,
it's-
that was awesome.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, we just basically gave him a huge boom. if
Everybody
he
that listens
takes
to our
advantage of it.
podcast
Yeah.
is going to go on Facebook. Like,
There you go.
what is this dinosaur?
Exactly.
I'm going to use it ironically.
Is MySpace still a? Can you still make?
You can still get
still
on
make
it,
it.
but
Is it just? Isn't it just like
it's just music now.
basic?
Really.
Nobody.
I think
no bands that.
Did SoundCloud buy them out?
Well,
or
SoundCloud's
SoundCloud
about
the
to go
only one?
bankrupt.
Oh, are they really?
Are
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Why?
Sucks because
their,
Chance turned that around real quick.
Their what is it called? Their monetary model wasn't lucrative enough
Oh gosh.
for the sort of people are using it, but their ads weren't making the money, and the
Interesting.
paid services they offered weren't making them money. So
Huh.
someone's probably gonna buy SoundCloud.
That's actually kind of sad because
That is
SoundCloud,
very sad.
Like, it was
That's
just
where-
kind of nice. I mean, you'd go on and
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a lot of like noise. It would just be
No.
like what you want to see.
it's-
So
That and it was
It's
it was.
good for song hosting, but ultimately, I don't want to listen to your mixtape.
yeah, that's
But I
true.
thought that was a good reason for SoundCloud. It was like okay, people can put their mixtape on here. They are not like spamming you with it. It was like,
Right.
here's
It's
something
just
I'm proud of. Can you give it a listen? That's it. It wasn't like shove it in your face. You don't have to.
I've never used it at
Yeah.
all, so I have no idea.
Oh,
no
see, I
reference.
use it a lot. I
good
thought it was good.
Never
No.
used
There's stuff on there like people.
There's shit on
It's
there,
very
but-
easy to upload your song to iTunes. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
But it's not worth the hassle, really. SoundCloud was a good alternative for things that you wanted people to listen to and easy to spread through social media without the hassle. It was just upload a
Huh.
file.
That's
Why-
crazy. Did it cost money?
No.
No.
I've got shit on SoundCloud. The
You
songs
what?
that I
Of what?
recorded.
No, you haven't.
I majored in music engineering. What do you mean?
Add
You-
the
you made
link.
music?
Add the link
Yeah.
to the description below.
No, I mean I went back and listened to them. I'm like,
Let people listen to this.
This
I'm
is-
These
actually,
are
I'm
amazing.
actually pointing right now. This is
No.
audio, but I'm pointing.
Link will be in the description below.
Below.
Hit a like,
Not
subscribe.
up.
Like,
Not up.
comment, and subscribe.
Down.
they've each got like a little bit more than 10 listens, and I think those were all me going like, oh yeah, I remember when I did
Don't
this.
listen to this,
This
guys.
is terrible.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meme, Tyler? Because I know you love them
I
so
don't,
much.
I don't subscribe to memes.
Nope,
I know.
you love them.
I
you told
hate
me
the
that.
word meme, and I hate when people overuse them, and I hate when they put them into conversation. Like, you're talking to someone and you say a meme word,
And
like, hey, poke, poke, fun, fun. Yes, this is how
meme-
we communicate now.
What's a meme word that you're referring to?
like feels bad, man.
right. So there's
I don't
that.
know what that is.
Sort
people,
of
people be like,
God, I'm old.
man, today sucks. Feels bad, man. What?
That's a meme.
Why would you say that?
yeah. So anything. Okay.
I guess-
All right. So let's
okay, I get
let's
that, yeah.
define a meme for a second. Meme is
It's like an
just
inside
something-
joke almost.
It's an internet inside joke. It's something. It's a joke that was perpetuated over and over and over again by a group of people until it becomes its own entity. It's just this thing that's out
Fidget
there.
spinners.
That's
those aren't a meme. That's pop
technically
culture.
That is a
pop
meme
culture,
though,
but it's-
because it became a meme when everyone was making fun of it, and now all of a
Exactly.
sudden everyone's buying it because they're
Exactly,
like, "Oh
yeah.
look, it's funny, but like it's actually
What's so
entertaining."
funny about it?
and so
Because
that's
it's such a dumb thing. It's literally a prong that just spins, and people are
we
like,
went over to our dad's girlfriend's house, and their kids have that.
right.
And I was playing with them, like, I don't get this. I don't.
But like people bought them like just to make fun of them to
these.
start off with,
Well-
or like to be part of the internet culture.
Funny
Exactly.
thing is, it's,
And now like it's taking off, and I'm trying to think like, was that a thing when we were growing up? Like, remember the stupid toys
Pogs.
that we had?
Pokemon cards.
So Pokemon cards before that. Was
I was talking about, like, the yo-yo.
ball in a cup, yo-yo.
The yo-yo that
things
was a
existed.
ball?
The yo-yo that like automatically just went back up. So like you had to have no skill at all with the yo-yo.
just threw it at your
Whatever,
friend.
whatever it was called. But like I had to think like
I
that
had one of
toy.
those.
I had to think like that toy. Same. I had to think like that toy was like a fidget spinner where like people bought it to make fun of, and then
Right.
it just blew up.
And
Old
we
school
live in
memes.
this day and age where things are like they blow up so quickly because there's a
Yeah.
way
Yes.
to an avenue for everybody to say, look at this thing. If you saw somebody with that yo-yo, you only saw it because you were out in the real world. There was no way
Right.
to just
You didn't look at pictures on Facebook of
no.
people playing with yo-yos.
no.
True.
There was no videos. There was no.
Yeah.
You might, and I doubt there was commercials for it. You're like, oh, I'm at Target, and that's that.
I
thing.
remember some commercials for it.
Maybe
but-
there was,
And
but
it
like,
was
like on
that'd be the only
Nickelodeon.
way.
And so what we're looking at now is like it's how obnoxious it is because if you saw the yo-yo when you were a kid, you grabbed the yo-yo, your friend had a yo-yo, you were just like it's word of mouth. Oh, yo-yo this,
Yeah,
yo-yo
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and then not everyone has it or no one's talking about it on the internet, no one's making memes about it and then saying like, oh, people who play with yo-yos
Well,
are awful.
so
It's just I have a yo-yo.
Well,
and
so-
so now it's like this thing where it's like
If you own a yo-yo,
have-
you're a terrible person.
Well, so I was
Exactly.
trying to,
It's
like-
you feel bad about it. Why is there emotion involved with these things?
It's
now?
a toy. It's a
like-
piece of plastic.
But like I was
Exactly.
thinking instead of like the internet, like the social media back then would have been like the radio or
Right.
like late night TV would be like your outlet for memes and jokes and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like you're listening to Smiley in the Morning, which is the local morning show here in Indianapolis.
He's
It's
still
like,
going.
It's like he's still going.
One
It's
of
like Bob
80.
and Todd, but for for pop music or whatnot. Top 40.
ZPL.
But like I can see them like back then making fun of the yo-yo thing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, now like the listener who's like our age now is like buying the yo-yo thing as a joke.
I just
I
broke.
don't know. So that's like what I was trying to think of for like the stupid memes of like
Oh God, it's
You're right.
like actual.
I mean,
actual
honestly,
things.
I can't really answer the what is your least favorite meme question because I'm not really in that culture at all. I'm not a 14-year-old child.
I couldn't name one.
It's lit.
So we can talk
It's,
about
okay,
one.
I didn't know that was a meme, but
Yeah.
that okay.
I guess
lit.
So,
The,
so yeah, it's like if someone
That's Not My
finds
Issue.
something, if someone has an issue with something, and then they talk about it, and then they put irony behind it, and then it gets perpetuated. That's what a meme is. And one of the things it's this is the funny thing. No, the one that comes to mind, and I mean, I'll admit, when you're younger and you're looking at memes. I don't know. I guess when I was a teenager, I did find them funny. I'll openly admit
Yeah.
that. One of the ones that, and this one isn't that old, so I mean, it's gonna make me seem weird, but because I do know it. The one that came out of nowhere, no one knew what it was. It's Dat Boy.
that boy.
Do you know Dat Boy?
I don't know that one.
I've
Okay.
I
heard it.
remember hearing it. I'm trying to
All
like
right,
think
so
back to it.
and the history behind this is incredible because it is one of the first memes to come out of nowhere. Guy posts on a forum a picture of a frog
Yes.
with beady little eyes on a unicycle, and its arms are out. Just think of two arms out horizontally, and the tag is, "Oh shit, it's Dat Boy. What up?"
That's it.
That's it.
What?
And it's like, oh, here comes Dat Boy. What up? And literally everyone just posts it, and then they'll put Dat Boy in other things, and it just became this thing. And they were like, this is the first meme to come out of the ether of the internet without any context, without anything behind it whatsoever. And everyone loved it. They were just like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Now we've created meaning behind it, and now it's this thing that just is everywhere. And it was one of those things where you would just sit back and you'd be like, is this how humanity ends? Like, we're just done after this? Like, there's nothing left.
There's no
Why?
more
Why do
culture.
we even exist? Why do people
We've used
make
up
things?
all the comedy.
It's over. If you can just make something, I can just have a hippopotamus just like turning like its neck and looking at the camera sneakily and sexually and just be like, you know, here it goes. It's time for pink time. I don't know, like just make up words. It's just it becomes a thing.
So guess what?
You
Pig time
literally
said-
just-
Spiraled out of control.
It's just
The
like,
unfortunate
after-
I don't know.
Internet
It's-
exploded. 4chan, Reddit. God.
The unfortunate thing is, Yanni, you just created a meme.
Yeah,
I'm
talk
creating
about it. Yeah,
shirt.
I
I'm
don't
creating
know.
a shirt that has a hippo
Yes, so let's
turning
go.
around and saying
And
like,
people
"You
are gonna look at
ready?"
it like, oh my god, what is that?
We have creative minds in this room. We have artists. Let's go. Make it.
You just
put
created
it up.
one.
It's done, and it's
That's
over.
gonna be your. We gotta make it on.
First merchandise. This picture on the episode should be a pig that says, I'm ready.
It's big. It's
It's a hippo.
or whatever. It's a hippo that says it's pig time.
I mean,
Fuck off.
Oh, and so I think we're actually proving our point wrong because we are laughing about this
Well,
thing.
no, it
I mean,
is
it's
funny.
just like it's
the first,
funny.
well, like the first time, going back to his point, it's
Yeah.
like the first time you see the meme,
Yeah.
it's funny, but to be beaten to death with the
exactly.
meme is
I
so
think that's what
annoying.
it is, and that's what's the.
I
Annoying
mean, like, I
right.
got to the point where, like, I was saying it's lit ironically, to
Still
now
do.
it's like my everyday language, and I
Absolutely.
hate
Oh my
it.
God.
I say stupid
live
shit
it.
all
Same
the
thing
time.
with dude, same thing with man. People in the 90s were making fun of surfers that said dude. We
I say
it
dude
all
and
the
man all the time.
All the time. And I
At
can't
work.
stop.
how are you gonna refer to your bro without calling him
Without
man?
dude and man. It's so true.
So how would anyone know that you guys are friends if you don't have that language?
Yeah.
Fellow
exactly.
human.
Yeah, yeah.
That I know.
Hello, human. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
So it's
So yeah, so
then
internet
we've answered
culture
the
is
question.
spinning around of control
So
because it's everything.
It's-
you can
it's
literally
everything.
come up with anything to talk about with internet
True.
culture.
I mean,
because
where do you
talk
go?
about that? We start with the hatred to the memes to.
Yes.
So what? So I guess what's
I
your
guess, yeah,
favorite part
turn it
about
back
internet?
on.
I hate them all.
I hate the internet.
I love the internet.
So sometimes I was saying this earlier, but like the only real social media that I do at all is Instagram, and it's more. And sometimes I'll be scrolling through just random pictures online. I'll go to like the search, the little like the magnifying glass, which is just random photos.
Yeah, yeah.
And I realize I'm doing it because I'm bored, and
Yeah.
it's not because
yeah.
I'm not enjoying it. And sometimes I'll get mad at myself. I'm like, why am I wasting so much time sitting on the toilet looking at these pictures that mean nothing?
Well,
It means nothing.
because
Do you
like
go to
you
the
said,
toilet
you're
to look
on
at
the toilet.
Instagram?
Huh?
Do you go to the toilet to
Sometimes
for
I like
Instagram without
I do.
pooping?
No, I'll go to the bathroom and then I'm like, I should probably get up. I've been sitting for 20 minutes.
My legs are falling asleep.
They're purple. Like I should probably stand up now.
Uh,
That's my biggest thing. It's like we're wasting so much of our energy and time on something that means absolutely nothing. Now, when you scroll through your feed and you see like your friends are like doing
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
that's cool, and I like that. That's the
Cool.
only reason that I keep it.
yeah.
See,
But then the other stuff that people post, that why?
See, that's why when I'm on Instagram, I don't go through the search thing because, like you, I would be pissed off just looking at shit that I don't care about. I honestly like the shit that I follow. I only follow like my friends and like certain sports teams that I care about.
Yes.
And then other than that, I even get mad at the people that I follow that post shit. I'm like, why did you post that? I don't care. That wasn't
Yeah,
cool.
Immediately
Exactly.
scroll past.
It's like someone posts a picture of like an old telephone with the black and white filter. I was like,
Oh,
who's
okay.
this for?
Okay, so you're a dropout.
Who's
Next,
this for?
like it's like
It's a new meme.
it's incredible. It's a new meme.
What is
It's
this?
pig time.
Why do I
It's
care?
the equivalent, honestly. You know, it's if you think that those types of telephones are old, it's like we get it. It's a few years ago.
But why did you
in
have to
the
post
grand
it to
scheme
the
of things,
people?
Like, tell you what, humanity's been on this planet for 100,000 years. It's
Mm-hmm.
all old. It's all new. I don't know what you're talking about. It's ridiculous.
Oh God.
I don't know.
But I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Instagram, yeah.
All right, closing thoughts. Anybody want to add anything else?
Gosh.
Uh,
So, I mean, I feel like we haven't talked about like the positives as much.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the
Is there
connectivity.
any po-
Yeah,
do you
there
know
are.
what? It's
There
hard
are.
to find sometimes because for a while there it was really cool. Like Tyler was saying, like just hearkening back to like the chat rooms when you're in middle school.
yeah.
Is that a
it's
word?
big.
Hearkening?
It is.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
okay, cool.
Good
Say it
use.
with say it with confidence.
If you say confidence, if you say any word with confidence, yeah, it
People
sounds
like,
good.
oh, wow, he really
He's harkening.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. No, what he brought up the topic about the AIM chat rooms, and I just felt like that was more.
What was your
like
AIM name?
Ooh,
Mine was Spitfire.
great question.
Big
I've-
screen 4523.
Nice.
Sniper 420. I let the women know that I was DTF.
DTF with the 6'9".
You don't remember yours?
What's that?
Do you remember yours?
I do. I've had Pulley Pelican for a while. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
For-
Was there
yeah,
any
I've-
numbers with it?
No, because
If
it's
you
such a
add
weird
numbers to
thing.
your name,
Yeah.
use a faggot.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Excuse me. No, honestly, like, I'm not gonna say I was hip to the non-number game before it was cool.
'Cause everybody
but
did it.
was.
I mean,
I had
No, no,
numbers.
no, no.
Even if
No
you didn't,
numbers.
If you're adding numbers to your name, you're not original enough to be on the internet. It's
true.
Off.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
When you figured out a combination of two
true.
words unrelated,
Yeah,
straight
but-
representation of you, like
You're right.
digital frog. What does that mean? Who knows? But that's you.
But at least that's you exactly when you don't have numbers. And so I was just straight up Pulley Pelican because
Toaster vampire.
yeah, it's fine.
What?
I'm switching my name to that, by the way. I still use AIM.
Oh, you do? That's
you
awesome. Oh,
We
okay.
should. We should bring it back.
I just chat with myself.
But it was just so simplistic. You would say to yourself, you know what? I feel like italics today, and then you do it, and that was your personality, and that was your like individuality. Well, I'm serious. You
Well,
would
he's in
only
a
be like,
spicy mood.
yeah. It's like, ooh, what's this?
it's
Hot
true.
pink? Why not? It's AIM. It's like literally, you would just change a color, change a font, and your friends would see that, and it would just be your identity, and it would just be at least boiled down to that. So that was at least something pure. And now it's just so, I don't know, like
I think-
inflated.
I think-
There's just extra stuff.
I think what the kicker is, you have to filter it for you, right? Like on YouTube, there's a shit ton of shit on YouTube that
for
is
sure.
just
Descriptive
awful.
word.
Yeah.
Just very
Well
awful.
said.
Shit ton of shit.
It really is.
But yeah.
But I mean, like right
describes
now,
it.
like I mean, like there's a lot of music that I've listened to that I would have never have listened to if it wasn't for YouTube. Like I would
true.
have gone on and been like, oh, I know this song now because of YouTube. Or
Right,
like there's
yeah.
some like people that DJ and put up shit, or really good content creators that just make you laugh. I mean, like shit, like Donkey. We're huge fans
Oh,
of
yeah.
Donkey.
Oh,
at this house.
yeah.
There's not a day where we don't quote that guy. And so I
he's
mean,
original
like,
and-
so yeah,
oh, yeah.
so I mean, there's really good things on the internet, and
Yeah.
really you just have to filter and weave out the crap.
And that's
once
why
you-
I think we still all use it, because we
Yeah.
know that there is good to it and there is positives to it, but you just have to
Absolutely.
be able to just like, okay, I'm gonna ignore this other stuff I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
at all,
yeah.
and
That's
focus
very
on
true.
the positives.
And so like that goes back to the Instagram and the Twitters. Like you follow certain people that you want to follow.
That don't
If
drive you
something-
nuts.
If something is toxic, your favorite word.
I'm getting you a shirt for your birthday
I
that says
can't-
toxic meme.
Unfollow.
I
And
can't
now that's
explain
no
why I
longer.
hate that.
But here's the thing, I'm kind of on your side now because we have said toxic a lot. Not anyone's fault. It's just
But that's
what
the
it
verbiage.
is.
And
Like,
then
yeah.
you said tilted earlier. I'm like, really? Was that the
Yeah,
word that you needed
and
to
that's
use?
the problem. It came to my brain, and I felt bad. I was like, "Oh, you made a
shouldn't have
mistake."
said that.
But I mean,
You
like,
made a
but that's actually
mistake.
not a bad thing because, like,
Yeah.
it's just another synonym for like livid or extremely
Right.
mad.
I
or
like
whatever.
livid too, and that's going to be ruined in a few years too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's the problem.
God, guys, I'm so livid right now. Yeah, I feel you, internet culture. I feel you.
But then you like shorten it to live, and then like it's just
L.
I'm just so
L.
L'd right now.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
so L'd.
Nothing, it's just blank, and then
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's livid. I can tell.
I'm just so.
yeah, exactly. It just becomes a noise. So
We actually talked about that one time for like
Uh-oh.
like
He's
fast food drive
Getting
like,
very
toxic.
livid.
like drive-through restaurants. You just go through and you're like, I want the with the like there's no more numbers.
yep.
There's nothing on the menu. It's just grunts and noises.
well, that's
The
sort
human
of,
language is devolving.
Yeah, it's sort of like idiocracy territory there.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
so yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
final thing.
Yes.
We can go around one more time.
please do.
Please, if this was 2017, which it is, and you're still using AIM, what would be our AIM away message?
Oh, I
that you would
forgot that
post.
you could do that.
Oh wow.
I had a long ass one.
You brought it up, so you have to say it first.
Yeah.
Out shopping right now. We'll be back later. Message me your thoughts and prayers.
That makes sense. because-
420 friendly.
That's what your wave message always was, because you would like
Right.
get on and you'd be like, I need to tell them exactly what I'm doing,
But I'm gonna stay online.
just in
So-
case a message is made. I don't know. What
Hey,
mine
hot
would be.
stuff. Yes.
I used to.
Mine would be
It's, like,
go.
A, it's like a
I used
voicemail,
to-
but it's not as
I used to-
useful.
when I was on AIM, Brett Favre was still playing, and so like I would always update like all of his stats because it was every stat he would perform would always be a record-breaking stat. So it was like most consecutive games, most touchdowns, yada yada. So
Would
I'd
you
always
still do
keep a
that?
tracker. I would probably still do that. I would still probably have Brett Favre stats at the end. But
like,
then at the
why?
like, but for the actual away, like I would have an actual away message and then that. And so like I don't know why I did that, but
That's
I'm
unique. That's cool.
I'm a stupid cheesehead.
You know how to good away message Brett Favre.
Fabric. So I would probably say like
That's actually his AM away message.
It's-
His
I would
own
probably say, like,
stats.
at work or at the gym because that's usually where I'm at if I'm not here, or at Sarah's. One of
be
those three
obnoxious.
things.
Mine would just be at
and-
Sarah's.
and Brett Favre stats.
Brett Favre's stats.
Whatever he's doing right now, I would Google or whatever. Like, what's Brett Favre doing? Is he
So
coaching for the high school
yeah,
team
you just
still?
wanted to update people on a news feed. You wanted
How many
to, like,
Gene
I'm
commercials have you
wired
been
in to Brett Favre.
Well, you guys know I love Brett Favre.
yeah, yeah.
So,
All
yeah.
right, guys.
So
Great
we had
episode.
2 more? No.
Don't
You guys
Don't
still
back
had-
out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, finish.
So Yanni, what would yours
It's me
be?
now. Oh, that's fine. So, I'm fine with sort of like divulging the fact that like I used to come up with like little trendy one-liners in high school. I thought it was
What was one?
All right, so for instance, I would set it as I would just think like nebulous, like eat food, it's good for you, or something like that. Like I don't know, like I thought it was like just like this.
You're a
there was
philosopher.
actually, yeah. So like you always think that you've come up with this thing. It's the first time you're sort of like coming into your own.
Yeah.
You're thinking, I've got something that no one's thought of before, and
Yeah.
so just string a couple sentences together and make it a statement. Put some space background behind it, and like have.
Oh yeah, you could do the backgrounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Sure. Oh,
And
where
then-
am I? So yeah, it would still be eat
post.
food. It's good for you, or something along those lines. And that's sad. I can only think of that one too, because they were not memorable in any way.
Clearly,
You know
because you
what I
can't
mean?
remember them.
Can't remember any except for eat food. It's good for you. So yeah, that would be mine. All right, Kyle.
Kyle, you got to come up with one.
Yeah.
It would
You
be
back
Brett
out
Favre's
of
stats.
I hate Brett Favre. But here's his touchdowns in one season.
Oh, that's
No,
awesome.
mine would be it's pig time.
It's the perfect one to end on.
Oh, okay.
That's amazing. All right.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully, we'll be back next week, and hopefully, you can do more episodes with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be
I'd love
sweet.
to. I had a great time. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Peace.
Have a good
Signing
one,
off,
guys.
Batman.
Bye.